Pastor Haynes.
Yeah, Rickey Smiley. Yes, sir.
I know you got a good word this morning. Lord, do it for me right now.
Oh, Rick, thank you for this song, because this song goes out to anyone who feels they're in a state of emergency with your back against the wall. Worse, you feel stuck and handcuffed by helplessness. You feel paralyzed in your own powerlessness, like that blind man in the Bible. You can't do it yourself. But what did the blind man do? He called on God. And the blind man is here to testify. Won't he do it? Of course, we've heard old school preachers. My boy Rudy McKissick closes his sermons by saying, won't he do it? And that's the word I give to all of you. If you call on God in your state of emergency, when your back is against the wall, I got one word for you. Won't he do it? He will heal those who are hurting. Won't he do it? He will make a way out of no way. Won't he do it? He will raise you up when people try to tear you down. Won't he do it? He will open up a door you didn't even knock on. Won't he do it? Since he will do it, my question to you right now is, why don't you call on God and say, Lord, do it? And the good news is, I'm a witness. Won't he do it?
There it is. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes.
There it is. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Won't he do it?
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. I'm Maria Moore. Today is Tuesday, July 2nd, and here's what's happening in news. In a historic, consequential, and controversial decision on Monday, the Supreme Court granted substantial immunity from prosecution to former President Donald Trump on election subversion charges. Trump praised the ruling in a post on Truth Social, calling it a big win. Conversely, President Joe Biden issued a warning.
This nation was founded on the principle that there are no kings in America. Each of us is equal before the law. No one is above the law, not even the President of the United States. With today's Supreme Court decision on presidential immunity, that fundamentally changed. Today's decision almost certainly means that there are virtually no limits on what a president can do.
A source told CNN that Donald Trump's legal team filed a letter on Monday seeking to challenge the conviction in his New York criminal hush money trial based on the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. The 6-3 decision written by Justice John Roberts states that presidents may not be prosecuted for exercising their core constitutional powers, and even in situations where former presidents might be prosecuted after leaving office. In other news, Hurricane Beryl has strengthened into a Category 5 Atlantic hurricane. This after bringing devastation to the Windward Islands, where at least one person is dead. The abnormally warm ocean waters that facilitated Beryl's alarming strengthening are a clear indicator that this hurricane season will be far from normal due to fossil fuel pollution. A hurricane warning is now in effect for Jamaica, with hurricane conditions possible by Wednesday. Lastly, 1 in 4 survey respondents say they've actually never eaten a vegetable. And those that do eat vegetables, the average person only includes veggies in a third of their meals. As for why respondents say they don't eat vegetables, a quarter say their produce rots before they can eat it. And the same number feels vegetables are too expensive to buy. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For updates and more headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What up there, Maria? Well, former Golden State Warrior Splash Brother number 2 Klay Thompson is expected to sign a 3-year deal with the Dallas Mavs for $50 million. That's a beautiful thing right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Jason Tatum reaches the largest deal in NBA history. He agrees to a 5-year extension, $314 million deal with the Boston Celtics. So that means the Boston now has every member of its starting lineup under contract through 2025 and 2026 season. They're getting ready to try to run this thing back. Last but not least, man, 16-year-old phenomenon Quincy Wilson from the D.C. area has officially made the U.S. Olympic team in the men's 4x400-meter relay. He is headed to Paris, man. Quincy is the youngest track and field athlete to ever make the USA Olympic team, man. So if y'all ain't seen this kid run, the dude is a beast. That's my quick sports report right there. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot, but we bring you music, movies, and more. Oh, Lord, so let's get off into it. An unscheduled and unwanted guest arrived at Will Smith's house on his property, and his security guards had to take the intruder down until the cops could arrive. L.A. County Sheriff's Department deputies responded twice last Wednesday to Will's home. The first call reported was a suspicious man lurking near Will's gate and asking for someone who does not live there. Security demanded that the man leave the property, and he disappeared before deputies arrived. But then he returned. He came back a short time later, somehow gaining access to the grounds. Will security stopped and detained the man before he reached the house, and the cops came and arrested the man on a misdemeanor charge. Now they couldn't release
that is crazy as hell kind of
who,
stalking.
Ooh, who you telling? Who you telling? No, man.
Well, you need some good old dogs.
Yeah,
you need
yeah,
some
he
good
need,
old
he need a
dog
German,
that don't play.
German Shepherd.
That's your problem. You
Old
need some
school.
good old guns.
No, the dog will leave a lasting memory. Trust me. That dog get a hold of you for about a good 5-6 minutes. You ain't going on nobody else's property.
A German Shepherd named King.
Come on now. That eat table food.
A bull mastiff, right? That you feed steak to every day.
Come on now.
So they couldn't release the man without bail before seeing a judge because officers believed he returned to the house yet again. Will was not home at the time of the alleged incident. Now remember, y'all, this is the second time this year that a member of the Pinkett Smith family dealt with an unwanted visitor.
I been and took him out.
Man, listen.
I been and took him out, and I just have to go to jail. I been because see people like that'll kill you.
Yeah,
They'll
they
kill
crazy. You got the
kill
nerve to keep coming back. Like, what is wrong with you? Something is mentally unstable in your head to keep coming back to.
Unless Will Smith slapped him or something, he trying to hit him back. I don't know.
Lord.
But yeah, you have to take people like that because they're gonna keep coming back because something wrong with them, and then you dead, but and they in a mental health institution.
Right.
Okay, but you can't die. You got kids.
Okay.
You got to protect yourself.
You got
It's
something
crazy
to live
people like
for.
that. Absolutely.
And you got to protect your kids.
Yeah.
So that's why it's hard to go to jail because then you don't know how long they're going to keep you. Then the crazy person out there can still come for your kids and your family.
That's right.
Like, that's crazy.
Get you a cane Corso. Let that thing loose on.
Come on now.
Or what?
A cane Corso. That's one of them big dogs the size of a small horse.
Yeah.
And they
Talking
vicious.
about like Cujo.
Like a bull mastiff,
Oh, yeah.
but they
It's
big.
like a bull mastiff on
They got
steroids.
chest muscles and
Yeah.
abs.
Yeah.
All
right, y'all, I was trying to-
God, just get an elephant. Hell, Will Smith's so rich.
An elephant. No, somebody can outrun an elephant.
You ain't going to no damn. I ain't never seen nobody. I ain't never thought about climbing over no damn gate in a zoo and an elephant over there. Elephant will hit you with that damn trunk and knock the hell out of that dude.
Okay.
You got the,
What kind of
the
animal
elephant
he
got to
should
catch you
get other
first,
than a
though.
dog? Other than a dog, special case. What kind of animal?
Get like a small giraffe. Ain't no person you climb over that fence and see a small
They're
giraffe
coming for you.
because you don't know what a giraffe gonna do. If he gonna kick you, he gonna bite you, he gonna spit on you. Man, I don't deal with this.
Brown.
Go to the Dallas Zoo and get you one of them little small giraffes. Strong. They probably sell you one. About $60.
All right, Brett, what you got?
Well, you know, most people probably have heard parents say, watch your mouth, or I wash it out your mouth with soap, wash your mouth out with soap. But is it just an idle threat these days? A poll asked people if they've actually ever had their parents follow through with the washing out of their mouths with soap. And 12% of the people said yes, but they didn't break it down by age. But from the comments, it sounds like it's more of an old school thing, and it's not done that much anymore. So one person said, my mom tried to do it with my sister, and she bit down on the bar and swallowed part of the soap. So my mom completely panicked, and that was the last time that happened. Now, what were some of the old school ways that y'all got punished as a kid that parents will get in trouble for now? Let me start by saying getting whooped with a switch.
Yep.
Yeah.
What with extension cord?
And where you go get your own switch.
Better not pick a little one.
My mama
You
made
better
me
not.
take off my pants, lay across that
sir.
bed, and
Lay
get
across
whooped with
the
an
bed.
extension
Special
cord.
case. I guess we
Butt
got the same
naked.
mama. Do we have the
Naked.
same
She used to
mama?
lay me and my sisters across the bed in a row. Everybody had to take their pants off and get their legs and their butt wore out with that extension cord.
I promise, but I thank God for it.
Yeah,
But I was one that needed it. Every single lick, Coach Jones, Coach Critton, Mr. Bonner,
Yes, sir.
Granddaddy, all of your uncles.
Let somebody at Vacation Bible School tell your mama they heard you cussing down in the fellowship hall.
What?
Man.
But you know,
I ain't never got a whooping for cussing. I was too scared to do that. That's a worse.
Exactly.
If you don't see no adults around, you think it's just you and your friend. You don't realize somebody that heard you cussing.
Hey, Brad Reader, y'all know my granddaddy. Y'all knew my granddaddy before he died. Everybody knew back then my granddaddy had to be about 6'5", work at U.S. Steel, come in the house with a hard hat on. Me and my uncles, when we hear that garage door go up, man, we get up and cleaning and dusting and wiping and straighten up. And man, nobody finna play with Ernest Lee Smiley.
But you know what, though? I don't know. Why don't we go back to the whippings with extension cords? I mean, it works for us. I mean,
you don't really need no extension cord, but you can hit somebody on pop them on the ass with a belt.
If you deal with them when they small, when they like 3, 4 years old, 5 years old, you usually don't have to do all that once they get 12 and 13.
But
you got to start it young. You got to start it young.
But here's what you got to do, y'all. Listen to me close. You have to make constant corrections all the time. Don't ever let yourself get built up and get so mad and have emotional ass whippings.
Right.
You just like my granddaughter Denver. She's almost 2. No, stop. You know, every now and then you pop their hand, tap their hand. No. They'll turn around. If she knows she's not supposed to touch that flower pot, she'll turn around and look at you because she knows she's not supposed to be touching it. And when you make all them little small corrections, you talk a little heavy, you give them a certain look, let them know that you mean business, you can really position your child that you don't have to pop.
Because really what I've learned after having 5 kids that's all grown now, if you do right, like you're saying, with the small corrections when they're little, you don't have to be. You shouldn't have to whoop no 12 and 13-year-old.
Your wife is the best.
Right.
I would let my kids and grandkids come to your wife. When I tell you, Shari,
she's much better at it than I am.
Shari Tatum can raise some damn kids and would have them proper. I'm talking about that is and Crystal.
Yeah, she don't play.
Oh,
she
no.
don't play.
Well, you ain't never seen Crystal in action.
Come on, dog.
But
Crystal was popping. Crystal was
because
popping.
they can work us dads.
Hell, I got scared. I get nervous when Crystal start fussing.
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Brad, y'all ain't never heard Crystal.
Shout out to Crystal. I love Crystal.
Y'all never heard Rock T wife go off and you just got quiet and nervous and went and got somewhere and set your ass down.
Hey, the best way to describe Crystal is Claire Huxtable. Like she the real Claire Huxtable in real life.
I really, man, want y'all to be, want your wife, Mr. K, and Brett, you have definitely helped me raise my kids. I thank you for everything. You and Gary, you have been a perfect uncle. Because regardless of what your identification card say, my son Brandon and all of my kids call you Uncle Gary. You have taken my sons to go get a haircut, sat in the barbershop with them.
I sure did.
Babysitted with me on the weekend. You have been a disciplinarian.
She made them goulash, right?
And them goulash. And Brett, your relationship with Craig sent me a text message yesterday thanking me. Just the fact that you talk to him and you get in their face a little bit, and I don't interfere when y'all discipline my kids. I don't have nothing to say. You don't have to explain. You don't owe me an explanation because that's a relationship between you and them, and I know that you want what's best for them. And we got to get back. It's a community. My kids have to answer to Brett. They have to answer to Gary. They have to answer to Special K. Or whatever. They definitely don't want Rock T or Crystal to get in their face. You know what I'm saying? My grandkids and kids have an answer to them. So that's why when if they decide to do something wrong, they know they got to deal with the whole morning show.
Right.
Because believe it or not, we're a whole family.
Right.
Yeah.
We work together every
my parents knew the teachers.
Yeah.
I got whooped at school and at home.
Come on now.
Yes, twice.
Don't get me started. Don't make me start talking about Eugene Critton, Coach Jones, Woodlawn High School. You got a whole school to tear your ass up.
But do y'all think we should discipline kids or just sit down and talk to them? They say we should just talk to them.
I think what your mom and dad did with you, put you on the football team.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, got you out there playing little league football. Out here switching with them little shorts on.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. Miss Gary, baby.
Don't miss Gary's Tea Party at my birthday beach blowout August the 9th through the 11th. And this year we have moved it to Hollywood Beach, Florida. And listen, you need to get your friends together to book your room right now. It sells out every year. So make sure y'all go to RickySmileyBBB.com. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. I know probably y'all don't even remember this or remember the time, but it's been 10 long years today, y'all. 10 long years since that fight on the elevator, y'all, when Solange, honey, attacked her brother-in-law, Jay-Z, honey, that notorious fight everybody talking about. They're saying, honey, after the 10 young years, they say from the release of that slightly grainy black and white video, honey, they're saying people are still wondering today, y'all, after that beautiful Met Gala, why was Solange attacking her brother-in-law? And I can remember it so vividly, like it just happened, yesterday. They said, why were they fighting him? What were they fighting about? Why did Beyonce, y'all, just stand there still as a statue, they said, and not even intervene, honey? They say, what does Julius, which is Beyonce's bodyguard, and they say, what was he thinking? What was going on, during that time? They're saying since that, they made music about it, Lemonade. Beyonce was talking about lemonade. You can't make lemons and have lemonade and what have you. And they're still wondering why did this happen? Did Jay-Z cheat? They were saying, did he cheat with Rita Ora? Did he cheat with Rihanna? Because, they made the song Becky, or they were talking about Becky with the beautiful hair. People are still wondering today, y'all, what happened. And I'm wondering today, too, because, Beyonce also put it in a song about, messing with her sister. Because, baby, Miss Solange will get you, honey. And people still talking about it.
Cheated. That man ain't did nothing.
What?
He ain't did it.
He did something. He did something to her, and Beyonce just, honey, turned her head, honey, and stood there and let Solange get his bun, because, Solange, honey, is the barracuda of the family, honey. So, baby, she just let him go, honey. And it's a sad situation, but then it's a good situation, too, y'all, because, believe it or not, they still together.
Yeah, I thought Lemonade was just her way to address the infidelity, like, on record, and just, like her healing project.
Yeah.
I mean, the Becky with the good hairline, I think that had something to do with that.
They supposed to still be together. Yeah. You ain't never supposed to leave your husband for nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I do know one thing now. I remember a part of someone on Beyonce's song. She said she'll be rocking VVS Stones if I let you go. Mm-hmm. That was part of the lyrics.
What does that mean?
And that means if he was to get a new woman, she would be wearing perfect diamonds. Because VVS means very, very slight, which means a diamond has no flaws, and says she'll be rocking VVS Stones till I let you go in the back of the rose. So Miss Beyonce wasn't going to let her money go like that easily.
Look at you with your rich people
terms. Right now,
I'm sorry,
confused. I don't know what you're talking
about. So,
all my jewelry comes from the middle of the mall.
So, honey, so there you go. So I ain't mad. I guess I'm not mad at Beyonce in that way, but, honey, nevertheless, they are still together, and love will keep us together, y'all. And speaking of love keeping together, these people ain't going to stay together. Jenny Meyer, baby, she recently, again, y'all, filed legal documents against her estranged husband, Jeezy, claiming, y'all, that he was an abuser, honey. She said, honey, they say, but Jeezy is firing back. He provided, y'all, evidence that up until the end of their marriage, that Jeannie just wanted more more children with him. Now, they say in her new legal documents, honey, they say Jeezy showed that Jeannie was desperate, honey, to have another child to their family of 3. But he claims when he refused to have another baby with her, she simply could not handle it. And they said at once the rapper notified her that he had already drafted up divorce docs in June, and she secretly went to have IVF specialists to get that process going, to try and get another baby against his will. And oh my God. And Jeannie, nonetheless, honey, pursued the process, and honey, might have dropped thousands of dollars in doing so, y'all. They say he also claims in his documents that Jeannie is allegedly the one whose blood runs hot, honey, and he claimed that she's the one who's volatile and violent, suggesting, y'all, that she's used to dudes, honey, who are more docile.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
She said something like that in an interview one time.
Yeah, because her first husband, Freddie. Evidently she did it to Freddie, but honey, she couldn't do that with a black man, honey, but the other one she did it with. So, I mean, she kind of looked like she could be a fighter.
Well, she said something to the effect of, like, Jeezy taught her kind of like that she needed to calm down.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she learned in their marriage.
Yeah, honey.
Yeah.
But it's just a sad thing. But Jeezy also, he
She's
said,
like a man that's henpecked.
Yeah, but she didn't get the one with him, and she didn't realize she was with a rapper. Lord. They say Jeezy also continued to complain that she's icing him out of parenting time with their young daughter, whom he claims he only saw y'all for one day/night in April. That is sad.
That's crazy.
That's evil.
But Rick, I thought when you pay child support, you could see him.
It ain't even got nothing to do with child support, because if you really love that child, you're going to let that child spend time with his dad. Dad could be a crackhead. They still love him. It's still the dad.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? None of these men ain't going to do nothing to hurt their kids and just try to use the kid to weaponize against him because you hate him. And so why wouldn't you want him? You loved him at one time. Now, he could see the child when he was with you. Now he's not with you. He can't see the child. Make it make sense.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's violent, he's dangerous, all this other stuff.
But you was married to him, you slept with him.
Yeah. Right. He wasn't dangerous then.
Right.
Oh my God. Well, honey.
That's going on everywhere, all over the country. I've seen so many videos of children being weaponized against good dads. And it seems like the dads that want to be in the kid's life, and you know that son or daughter is that man's weakness, you try to do that to hurt him or whatever. And then a man that don't give a damn or whatever, he can get him. He can get him whenever he wants. It's free.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's something.
It's sickening. And some judges allow it.
Yeah. But we're going to follow this story because they are going back and forth, honey. But that's interesting that she wanted to have two babies. That's more child support money, if anything, honey, if you get two babies out of him. But nevertheless, honey, he said, So we're going to follow little Jeannie Mae and
he probably would have had another child if he wouldn't start picking up on something wrong with her.
Yeah.
Start picking up on certain stuff, and the vibe is just off, like, because once a lion roar in the jungle, that means don't come any closer. She getting you warning, son, letting you know what she all about, and something just ain't right with her. So if he didn't feel comfortable, feel like it wasn't a good time to have another child, you just had that child. So if he want to wait some years to work the marriage out and get the marriage on track where, then we can start having more kids or whatever, then that, but I don't know.
If y'all would stop allowing a pretty face and a small waist to rule everything, honey, you could probably get you a decent one. But everybody wants something that's cute with long hair and caramel colored skin. So there you have it.
But don't
Kahlua today, honey, is drift.
Sit up there and wake up to slunk every morning either.
The Kahlua today, y'all, is drift or miss. On the high end, you say drift or miss, and on the low end, you say off-white. That's your Kahlua for today.
Like, wake up your girl look like Johnson.
Slump on the good, be like, good morning, baby. Hey, you
guys. Oh, wow.
Roll over and look at Jonathan Majors in the face.
Oh,
wow.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Good morning.
Hello, may I speak to Angie Murphy, please?
Speaking.
This is Nurse Jenkins up here at Grady Parkland Memorial Hospital.
Yes.
And you just had a baby a few weeks ago that was premature.
Yes, I did.
The baby is still up here at the hospital. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the baby name?
My son's name is Dontavius.
They got us calling because Human Resources might have to run some more tests on the baby because they
What's
found...
wrong with him?
Nothing wrong with the baby. They found traces of Crown Royal in your breast milk.
What are you talking about?
When they took breast milk from you to give to the baby, they found traces.
Of what?
Of Crown Royal and Patron.
Oh, no.
In your breast milk. Is this Angie Murphy?
Yes, it is. And my son is Dontavius Murphy. And I don't drink that stuff.
Well, they said that they found Nouveau, Crown, Patron, and Jose Curvo.
There's got to be some kind of mistake because I don't even like that kind of stuff. And I would never give that to my baby.
Well, ma'am, we know you've been drinking during your pregnancy because your breast milk is light blue. You drank Hypnotic.
Excuse me?
Have you been drinking Hypnotic because your breast milk is light blue?
No, I have not been drinking no damn Hypnotic. Why would I give that to my child?
We understand that you're under a lot of pressure since the baby is...
I'm under a lot of pressure because my son was born a month early. That's why I'm under a lot of pressure. And I'm not drinking while I'm breastfeeding.
Well, why is your breast milk light blue?
I don't know what you're talking about, my breast milk being light blue.
It's so bad some of the nurses sipping off of it getting drunk.
You got me up.
What did you call me?
I called you a bitch.
Oh, now I'm a bitch. Tell you what, I'm going to get a damn baby to a white woman.
I will come down to that hospital and whoop your ass if you try to take my goddamn baby.
We are not giving you back that baby today.
Where's my son?
You're going to have to take that up with the judge.
With the judge?
Your judge will be Gregory Mathis.
What the are you talking about?
Excuse me?
I said, what the are you talking about?
Is this Angie Murphy?
Yes, it is. Stop asking me that.
They said that they found Hypnotic in your titties.
No, they did not.
Is your baby named Freddie?
My son son is Dontavius Murphy.
I'm so sorry. We got the wrong number. I'm sorry.
Mother. Hello? Hello?
I know that. Hey, John, somebody calling up here. Hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Rick?
Darius, what's up?
Man, I'm up here looking for Tony. Is he up there, bruh?
You sitting down, Darius?
Yeah, I am, because I don't know what's going on, but there's something in my spirit.
Hold on, slow down. Man, we had to let Black Tony go, Darius.
You have whoa. Say it again.
We had to let Black Tony go.
Go where? To the store?
Darius.
No,
he don't come.
Bruh. No, you lying to me. Y'all did not let my cousin. He don't work there no more.
No, they had to. He took too many seats.
I was sitting here, laying here, and I was saying, why do I feel like something ain't going right? I don't feel the vibration or something. I was like, maybe I don't know what it was. I mean, because what? Y'all done let my cousin Black Tony ain't on the radio no more?
Just as sure as you go across that bridge, you be in East St. Louis.
You better shut your mouth, bruh. After all the things I done seen on this earth, a black president, man, the eclipse done came, and man, then America been invaded by cigarillos. The little bug, the cigarillos. What y'all laughing at, man? This is serious, bruh.
It is serious.
Hey, man.
And Black Tony been with the morning show. He been with the morning show a long time. He was an institution.
And this the thanks y'all give somebody? Oh, my God. And then this going to hurt our whole family, because now who in the hell I'm going to call in for not to call in?
That's a good point.
What is that wrong?
Y'all did not think this through. This is a domino effect.
Well, the position is open now because Black Tony can't come to work. So Darius,
I know, but but I can't call in with an excuse for him not to, for me to. Oh my God! What? This is the mess here, Rick. Hold on, let me listen. Now, before y'all still got time. We all can repent. Let me just take 4 seconds to pray for my cousin, because we can't give up on people that easy. Everybody needs something.
Darius, he came to work in 3 years, Darius.
That's okay, and that 3 years, you know what that represents?
What?
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, same as being buddy by the Rickey Smiley Birthday Beach Blowout, man. We're gonna have a good time August the 9th through the 11th in Hollywood, Florida. Listen, you can fly into Miami Airport, Fort Lauderdale, the Diplomat Beach Resort, 4-diamond rated by AAA, relaxation, celebration, inspiration, live music, Dust to Dawn party, comedy show, everything, barbecue, Greek festivities, and much more. We're going to have a great time, man. Parasailing, jet skiing, artists, comedians, everything. It's going to be a fun weekend. So make sure y'all go to RickeySmileyBBB.com. That's RickeySmileyBBB.com before it sells out. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Actress, comedian Whoopi Goldberg, y'all. She's opening up, y'all, about her previous drug use in her upcoming memoir. Now, in her new book, Bits and Pieces, My Mother, My Brother, and Me, Whoopi Goldberg, y'all, she details her battle with a serious addiction to cocaine, honey. She also shares, honey, what led to the moment that she realized she had to get clean. Now, according to the EGOT winner, they're saying places like New York and Hollywood had their own meaning, y'all, of recreational drug use during her rise to fame back in the 80s, honey. Now, that was very interesting. Now, she said, quote, she said, I was invited to parties, honey, where I was greeted at the door, honey, with a bowl of Quaaludes from which I could pick out which one I wanted. She said lines of cocaine were laid across the tables and bathroom counters. She said that was all for the taking. Now, in her memoir, the View co-host explains y'all that everyone partook, honey, in drug use at these type of parties because police would never raid the home of a big-time producer or actor. Now, Whoopi also admits y'all to believing that she could handle, honey, cocaine because she didn't think it was dangerous after managing to hide her drug use for about a year. She also said that she was even able to work, honey, in the midst of it all and show up to the set on time. And I guess that's when she played Miss Celie, too, in The Color Purple. She probably was high on coke and stuff, but she was able to show up, you know, to do the show. But she said, however, later, she said that the cocaine did start to kiss her butt, she said, and she began experiencing hallucinations. She said in one instance, she details the time she believed that she saw a creature, honey, under her bed after taking the drug. Isn't that something?
That's some good drugs.
Ooh. Yeah, whenever you see a creature up under your bed.
Yeah. Oh, Lord, don't you say it. Get off the subject. Let's go. Let's go.
You know it's working.
Gary.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but I will say back in the day, you go to some parties and stuff, man, or not even, you don't even have to go to a party. A promoter have whatever you want in your dressing room. I just thank God for my mind. I thank God for my wonderful grandparents. You know what I'm saying? I was just scared to do anything. Whatever, because I tell you, a lot of people died. A lot of people died.
Yeah. So, and it's there for the taking at all the parties.
Yep, that's what
they
she
walk
said.
around, it be on the platter. You just like an hors d'oeuvre.
My Lord.
Yeah.
She said she lucky she didn't die, so, honey.
Yeah.
I'm telling
very
you.
Interesting. Yeah, so, anyway, congratulations to Whoopi. I can't wait.
Sometimes promoters, they use stuff like that, man, just to try to get in good with you so they can get discounted rates. We got what you need. We got the chicks. We got the drug. We got the weed. What you need.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's interesting. So we can't wait for her memoirs to hit on the shelves, honey, because I'm sure it's something good that she's talking about. All right, but moving on in other celebrity news, y'all, media maven Tyler Perry, y'all, and author motivational speaker Devon Franklin, y'all, have teamed up to produce faith-based films for Netflix. Now, their exciting endeavors is part of Tyler Perry's multi-year and multi-picture first look deal at Netflix. Now, one project subscribers of the streaming giant can expect to see from Tyler Perry and Devon Franklin is a modernized version, y'all, of the biblical story of Ruth and Boaz, entitled R&B. Now, they're saying y'all that the film synopsis notes that it will take place, honey, in Tennessee and centers on a young woman, y'all, who escapes the Atlantic music scene to care for an elderly widow woman, and in the process finds the love of her life and gains the mother, y'all, that she never had. Now, they're saying y'all that the film was written by Mike Elliott, who is known for films such as Brown Sugar, Just Right, and Like Mike and Corey Tyner, y'all. That is great. I mean, and you know, with Tyler Perry, you know, all the great things that he does and all the stuff he put out, and Devon Franklin teaming up, I could imagine y'all seeing Megan Good playing Ruth. Wouldn't that be nice?
Boy, when Tyler Perry get a hold of them Bible stories, when he do what's his name, when that lady cut his hair and he lost his strength.
Samson.
Yeah, man, he gonna have a dude with some dreads, and she gonna cut his dreads off, and man, it's gonna be something. When Tyler Perry get off into that Bible, boy, it's gonna be some good Bible stories. I'm tired of watching
handsome men in his movies too.
I'm tired of watching the Ten Commandments, the same man every Easter.
Yeah, who is
Charlton
that?
Heston.
Charlton Heston, yeah. Yes, Lord, honey.
Don't forget Yul Brynner, who played Pharaoh now in the Ten
All them
Commandments.
white folks living in Egypt.
Right.
How the hell that happened? How the hell that happened? Ain't matching up.
Oh
I just
You
need
know Egypt
I
is
just,
in Africa, right?
Hey, Kay, I need Loretta Devine to be one of them Bible characters. Boy, she'll be a good one, boy. They sit up there at the Last Supper. They got at the Last Supper, Tyler Perry movie, Special K.
Oxtails, red beans and rice.
Oh.
Candy yams.
Pig feet.
Skillet cornbread.
Oh, my God.
You said skillet cornbread.
My glory.
Let's keep it a buck.
Ooh.
Well, congratulations.
Wait a minute. Hey, Kay, who gonna play some of the disciples in Tyler Perry Bible story?
Lamont Rucker, you know he gonna be in there. Michael Jai White, his big swole self gonna be. He got a swole disciple. They ain't have no weight rooms back then. What was he lifting?
Tombstones.
Boy, I cannot wait. When Tyler Perry get in that Bible and start writing them stories, I am so, boy, look at here, boy. It ain't gonna be the same. Cause I'm so tired. Hey, Tyler Perry, please do it, because I'm tired of the Ten Commandments. I'm tired of watching that same. It'll only come on during Easter.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, the Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorites. The Kahlua today, y'all, is persimmon. On the high end, you say persimmon, and on the low end, you say beautiful sorbet pink. That's your Kahlua for today.
You're having David Mann playing Judas.
I
have thou forsaken me. Ain't nobody forsake you, Jesus. Jesus. Ain't nobody forsake you, Jesus.
It's what's trending now.
One of the biggest and most common mistakes parents can make is to try to be their child's best friend. And I know that you want to love your child and be supportive. Being their friend means like the lines of authority get blurred when it comes time for discipline. And joining us this morning is the family therapist, Dr. Aldewan Tart. Dr. Tart, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, man, happy to have you. Let's talk about, defining parental roles. What happens, when parents try to befriend their children. Give us a good balance, Dr. Tart.
All right, when we think about parenting, it's really about having the good mix of love and discipline at the same time. And any parent knows how difficult that can be. But what we're looking for is relationship first. Ricky, how many parents have you seen, and you know this because of how many kids that you parented and mentored, when we try to discipline before the relationship and the love was strong? That always backfires.
Right. Tell me when there's too much discipline and not enough love and affection.
Yeah, but we can also go the other direction of where there's so much love and then no discipline. And then you have kids who you love, but they have no structure and no order, and they end up actually disrespecting you. So the mix is what we want is we want to be able to establish that love and that consistent connection first. Then we want to build in consistency. To the kids, we want to have time and consistency and then discipline. A lot of times we don't have to discipline our kids when we already have that structure, that consistency, and every day is almost the same, but we also allow you to be able to make mistakes, be able to talk about it, and our kids have the W word. If there's anything I want people to remember, our kids need to feel warmth. And warmth is what psychologists explain is your kids feeling love so that when they're disciplined, they understand it as correction versus feeling abused or taken advantage of.
That's right.
Parents just mean.
Yeah. And one of the words that you just said, Dr. Tart, that stood out to me was consistency. And, sometimes, especially when there's two households or the parents aren't together or there's a co-parenting type situation going on, there can be inconsistencies in how the children are disciplined. What advice do you have for that? Like, can this type of parallel parenting exist and work?
Well, it has to. Kids know how to navigate two environments that are similar, but when they're totally different, it's difficult. So what I recommend is parents, regardless of what happened in your relationship, we should be great co-parents. We should be able to have meetings, at least once or twice a month about how things are going and how do we get on the same page with consistency, quality time, making sure homework is done, being able to talk to kids and just spend FaceTime. A lot of times we make the mistakes of just giving kids directives versus actually spending time with them and getting to know what's going on in their world. So, yes, the blending of families and talking as parents is necessary. Even if you should be able to communicate via email to say, all right, when's the homework due? Or what's going on with graduation? What do we need to do about these scholarships and SAT scores and track and so on and so forth? We're obligated to make sure that we're consistent with our kids regardless of what happens in a relationship.
Yeah. Dr. Tart, it's a lot of kids have situations where they live with, time with them, with one parent and time with the other parent, and one parent just straight up love, discipline, and structure, and so what happens is when the kids want to go to the other parent, where the parent is more lenient, does that confuse kids?
It does, but a lot of times parents kind of balance it off. Like if they feel like they have an overly punitive dad, just structure, or a mom who's too harsh, the other parent won't want to. They'll see the need of an affection and grace and forgiveness. So a lot of times parents try to balance it out. But in a healthy relationship, both parents are able to do both. They're able to have somewhat similar structure and being able to talk about it. Here's the piece. If you talk to your kids, a lot of times they'll tell you what they need. They'll say, hey, yeah, I get it. I need to do X, Y, and Z, but I need a little softness right now. You haven't hugged me in a week. Or you've given me 5 directives or told me what I do wrong, but you haven't told me what I'm doing right. And we haven't been on a daddy-daughter date or a mom-son date in a year. But I'll clean my room up, take a shower, do this, do that. Most kids need love and affection. That's the buffer, even when we are a little bit too harsh with our words, because all parents are human. But what we cannot afford to not give our kids is that love and that affection and time. Love is spelled Time when it comes to our kids, and that's why we have to work less or stop watching this Netflix, get off YouTube. All that stuff is cool, and I'm on it too. But first thing we need is 15 minutes alone with each one of our kids on a daily basis to check in and see them so that they know that not only do we see them, but we feel them. And when kids know that we feel them, that's that warmth that makes kids feel loved. That way love and discipline can go together.
That's all. That's money. Hey,
how you going to discipline me if you don't feel me?
No, that's right. Hey, come on, man. Look, Dr. Tart, see, me and Crystal, we consider ourselves kind of fun parents. Like, we always have fun. We always cracking jokes and stuff, but we know when it's time to be serious, and we always set those boundaries with our kids. Like, we let them know, look, don't get it twisted now. Structure, discipline always comes first. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a good time. Can that be confused with trying to be your friends, being friends to your kids, if you like always kind of laughing and joking around too much or whatever with your kids? I mean, it's working out for us, but sometimes that can be confusing to the kid.
No, it's needed. It's needed. Like and this surprised me because y'all know I have a teenager. She's on the way, hopefully, to Howard, y'all. HU. I pray, but I noticed that when she turned like 14, 15, 16, I had to go more towards the friend range. Why? Because we have to do things together. We have to go on dates. We have to go to virtual reality gaming and daddy-daughter dances, even though she's a teenager. Why is that important? Because that friendship, that's the bridge to your new relationship. You're not going to discipline a 22-year-old, a 23-year-old, a 25-year-old. You have to have that bond. And this is especially true for the mothers listening. The average daughter talks to her mom at least 5 to 7 times a week. 5 to 7 times a week.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And if you don't have that bond, you don't have that connection, then your child doesn't have that sense of warmth. And every kid is different. I'm not saying if your child doesn't talk to you every day that you fail somehow as a mom, but we need to have that emotional connection, which means that the base of it is friendship, but with respect for authority. That's the difference.
Right. Go ahead, Special K. You was about to say?
Oh, no. I was just agreeing with what he said.
Okay. Now, Dr. Tart, if anybody want to reach you, thank you so much. This is valuable information as we're learning, as time go on, because sometimes, our parents, they did the best they could with what they knew, but you always do better when you know better, and we really appreciate this information. If anybody want to reach you, how can they find you?
Yeah, just go to drtart.com. That's DRTARTT.com, or hop on Instagram at Dr. Tart, at DRTARTT. And parents, just remember warmth. Just make sure your kids know that you feel them. And I mean, you agree. Yeah. They know that you feel them. You feel them.
There it is. All right, man. Appreciate that, Doctor. The one and only Dr. Aldewan Tart. Hey, we are so excited from the legendary group Escape, our sister Tamaa Scott.
Yeah. Hey, what up?
Hey, Gary, don't that make you feel good? We get to sit among legends. We got Tamaa Scott and DeBrat in the building.
Right.
Two.
Same family. Same family. That's right. So deaf,
Come on,
baby.
now. Come
on now.
Two old girls, honey.
Y'all really grew up together, and I mean, I'm so excited about you, Tamika, and your career. You just doing all of these wonderful things. So how has it been preparing and rehearsal?
We're having so much fun. Let me tell you. So the tour is called The Queens of R&B. Just like the TV show, but it's actually now the touring, thank God. Mm-hmm. And it's us, Escape, SWV, Maya, Total, and 702. A great production.
I already know.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
And y'all gonna be coming on stage together, like singing, like doing stuff. Man,
yes.
Who idea, like, for y'all to come out and sing some of their songs and for...
Did y'all see the show? It was my idea.
Did y'all get this idea from after the Verses did so well? Did that kind of feed into it?
The Verses is what everybody was like.
That was like my favorite Verses.
Really?
Y'all in SWV. I was so into it.
Wow.
I was Gary with the T for a little bit while I was watching. I was screaming and had my hand above my head and everything. It was,
you sing every song.
And
I know that's what the concert is going to be like. Hit after hit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the costumes, honey. Y'all giving grands not all that booty clothes and half naked and all. Just nice grand clothes.
Tiny is in charge of our wardrobe. And I think I told y'all before, she don't wear nothing twice. I'm like, girl, you better get some stuff from the Great Escape Tour and recycle. Ain't nobody doing all that. Ain't nobody, So I saw that total for the clothes, man. I'm like,
yes.
Can we add another 30 city on top of this?
Okay. That clothing budget don't be no joke. You know about that, Gary.
Oh, yes, do I, honey.
With all your beautiful gowns.
Yes, let me tell you something. Because Miss Ross would never do that. So y'all better follow suit with Miss Ross, honey. Better not give us the same gown twice, honey.
So, Tamika, how do you balance mom life and being on the road? Do you take the kids with you? Are the kids older? Like, how do you do that? Do you set up your dressing room to make it like this our little living room for the night,
Well, the school is out, which is great for all of us because all of us are parents. So we all have our own tour bus. So our babies will be with us on our tour buses. Our families are traveling with us so we can have a good time.
You have your own tour bus.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. God is good.
Everybody ain't able.
Families.
Tiny and her husband and her kids and Candy and her husband
and you
kids.
and your husband and kids.
Yes, there's a lot of us.
We put all them folks on one bus.
Oh, no.
Hey, Mr. Tell them how we be pulling up to them comedy club, that Cleveland Improv on the flats.
Somebody done rented us an Impala. a bird straight to Avis.
7 people get out of it.
Pick up that Malibu. Ain't no damn tour bus.
But that is good stuff. A lot of people don't know. Sometimes you have your dressing room set up with all the toys in there and video games or whatever while you go up on stage and work. Then you got to go backstage and pack up all the stuff, all the toys, clean up the dressing room, pack those snacks that's in the riders. Put that in something. Make sure y'all get some of them green Publix bags, the one that you could take back and forth to the grocery store so you can take all them snacks. You don't have to go get, because the dressing room be full of stuff.
It does. Yeah, we have so much on our rider. It's so crazy. We had a meeting last night and we were going over the rider and they was like, okay, they named like 5 alcohol. I'm like, wait, who's getting this alcohol? It's like your DJ need alcohol. I'm like, wait a minute, why is he on the rider?
Right.
Hey, Brett, do y'all be taking them fruit trays home?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. My grandma, God rest her soul, she used to wipe out them places when we had in the dressing rooms. When it was over, she would bring the whole family. And you carrying out something, you're leaving nothing.
The sandwich, the bread,
everything. Mayonnaise, everything.
I'm going to let everybody know backstage in your dressing room, you're going to have everybody gonna have that damn fruit tray with the pineapple,
the
strawberries, the little meat trays, the slices, the lettuce, the pickles, the onions. You wrap that stuff and you be stealing. We be taking all this stuff home.
That's not stealing because
it's
that's
ours.
Yours.
That's
on
you
your
paid
rider.
for it.
But not the
came out of
trays.
your budget.
Right.
Not them plastic trays. Them catering companies, they be needing their plastic trays. So to let everybody know how they can go online and follow and go ahead and start getting the tickets for the tour.
You can go to Ticketmaster.com or LiveNation.com to get your tickets to the Queens of R&B Tour. It is going to be an experience you would never forget. Yes,
I'm coming to as many shows as I can to make it so. Just
come on.
Make some room for me and get a TV with First 48 on there. I can watch that until you go on stage.
I got you.
There it is, y'all. All right, the one and only Tamaa Scott, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
So a guy in Utah named Caleb Wood ordered a chicken sandwich and a milkshake through a delivery app. He said the sandwich and fries was okay, but instead of a milkshake, can you believe he got a warm cup of urine?
Oh, man. Oh, come on.
Wow. It turned out that the driver likes to save time by not taking bathroom breaks, y'all. He uses empty cups to relieve himself in his car instead. And he accidentally gave Caleb the wrong styrofoam cup. And unfortunately, y'all. I say unfortunately, y'all. Caleb didn't realize it until he took a sip. He says he immediately became physically ill. He called the driver back. There's a video of them meeting in the driveway, and Caleb was pretty calm considering. He reached out to the delivery app, and he said they took 4 days to get back to him, then issued a partial refund. The meal was $25, and they only returned $18. Man. They did not refund
They didn't fire him?
Or the driver's tip.
They didn't fire him?
No.
He doesn't work for the company anymore.
The app said in the statement that they've been following up with with Caleb to apologize, and that the driver no longer works for them. So he was fired.
Oh, my God. I would be calling Dr. Collier asking about a mouth transplant.
Oh, my God.
I need a whole new mouth.
Listen, y'all.
And replace the neck, too, because it went down the neck.
Okay.
If you got a milkshake, though, why would you not look at it first? I could see if it was lemonade, and you maybe thought...
Why would it not be cool instead of
lemonade? He would have drunk all of that.
Man,
I'd have been walking around here looking like Roland Martin with no neck with an ascot.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. I'm Maria Moore. Today is Tuesday, July 2nd, and here's what's happening in news. In a historic, consequential, and controversial decision on Monday, the Supreme Court granted substantial immunity from prosecution to former President Donald Trump on election subversion charges. Trump praised the ruling in a post on Truth Social, calling it a big win. Conversely, President Joe Biden issued a warning about the ruling.
This nation was founded on the principle that there are no kings in America. No one is above the law, not even the President of the United States. With today's Supreme Court decision on presidential immunity, that fundamentally changed. Today's decision almost certainly means that there are virtually no limits on what a president can do.
A source told CNN that Donald Trump's legal team filed a letter on Monday seeking to challenge the conviction in his New York criminal hush money trial based on the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. The 6-3 decision written by Justice John Roberts states that presidents may not be prosecuted for exercising their core constitutional powers, and even in situations where former presidents might be prosecuted after leaving office. In other news, Hurricane Beryl has strengthened into a Category 5 Atlantic hurricane after bringing devastation to the Windward Islands, where at least one person is dead. A hurricane warning is now in effect for Jamaica, with hurricane conditions possible by Wednesday. Shifting to the Sunshine State, Florida is the first state to lab-grown meat. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a bill banning the manufacture and distribution of lab-grown meat in the state, citing it as a threat to Florida agriculture. The law is the first of its kind in the U.S. and targets meat developed from animal stem cells, although it does not ban plant-based alternatives. Critics suggest the legislation is designed to protect traditional agriculture and benefits large agricultural corporations. Florida's beef industry, which significantly contributes to the state's economy, stands to benefit from the ban. Lastly, Americans have a specific annual income in mind for what it takes to feel financially secure. That figure is $186,000 per year. Currently, only 6% of U.S. adults make that amount or more. The median family income falls between $51,500 and $86,000, according to the latest federal data. Achieving financial security means being able to pay your bills while having enough money left over to make some discretionary purchases and put money away for the future. Bankrate's survey of 2,400 Americans found that younger generations are more optimistic about eventually earning enough to live comfortably. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For updates and more headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What it do, Maria? Former Golden State Warrior splash brother number 2, Klay Thompson, expected to sign a 3-year deal with the Dallas Mavericks for $50 million, man. Come on with it. It's going down. I like this move. Jason Tatum, in the meantime, reaches his largest deal in NBA history, agrees to a 5-year, $314 million extension with the Boston Celtics. So now Boston has every member of its starting lineup under contract through 2026. So they're going to try to run this thing back. Donovan Mitchell, in the meantime, he's staying put in Cleveland. Just signed a 3-year extension with the Cavs, $150 million. And shout out to 16-year-old Quincy Wilson from the D.C. area has officially made the U.S. Olympic team in the men's 4x400-meter relay. He is headed to Paris for the Olympics, man. Quincy is the youngest track and field athlete to make Team USA. He's the world record holder under 18 years of age. If you don't know who Quincy Wilson is, doggone it, Google him. Young man is a beast. It's my quick sports report right there. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.